Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean,
we here for real this time. Okay.
It's so
Well,
nice.
I thought somebody. Okay.
I mean, it's so nice we doing it twice.
It might be operated error or what I think it is. Might be what to say. Okay, but to field this comment, Anansi was in here and he says everything all right with me and my family after that earthquake in Alaska. I read there was an Alaskan earthquake yesterday. Okay, first, okay, I'm gonna be a stickler. Okay, there is no such thing as an Alaskan earthquake, just earthquakes. Okay, it can be in Alaska, but I don't know. Anyway, yes,
I'm gonna
fine.
help him
Thank
out.
you for asking.
It's kind of like that whole
And
thing when we was watching the movie with Dwayne Johnson
it wasn't a big
in it and everything like that.
I mean, it was.
You know, you remember that part where he said Brazil nut, and the young lady said he said, "What do you call it?" He said, "Well, we're in Brazil. It's called nuts." So you know, his perception might be the same thing as Dwayne Johnson's character in what I forget the damn name of the movie, but I liked it. One of his better movies, actually. What's the name of the movie, by the way?
The Rundown.
That's one of his better movies, The Rundown. The Rundown. He just needs to stay in his lane. Don't try and overact. Just do the action movies like Jason Statham.
He might have overstayed his welcome, is what I think.
You know what? I'm gonna think. You know what? Let's go ahead and get the dialogue going and everything. I think what it was is, I think you sometimes when you are someone like him, successful like him, there's a certain amount of ego involved that drives you to get to that level and everything. But there's a certain amount of humility you must maintain at all times, lest your ego runs unchecked. Have you doing and saying some stuff, you know, to the person with common damn sense, you ain't got no business saying or doing. Kind of like Stephen A. Smith. Charlamagne the God. I can keep going.
Okay.
I could.
Okay.
I ain't gonna do him like that though. I ain't gonna do him like that. Cause we vibe.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do him like that.
We can have one of them. We can have a thunderstorm video one day where we just call everybody out and tell them how we feel about
it. You know,
I mean, we do that.
You know what though?
If that's a muscle that needs to be flexed.
You ready? You ready? If I'm vibing, right? And I'm feeling good, right?
You vibe.
Ain't that the best time to tell you that you're full of right? Hey man, you know what? I fuck with you. But you know you full of shit, right?
Right.
If you can't tell somebody you cool with they full of shit, who can you tell? Like, you gotta be able to tell them, and they gotta be able to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever come to me one day and say, Theo, you know what? And I say, what? Man, you full of shit. It's gonna bother me because you my dog, because it's coming from my dog. It's supposed to, because it's coming from my dog.
Right. Right.
But that's supposed to make me think about what my dog said. Like, is there any truth to what my dog said? Because my dog ain't always saying I'm full of shit. It's just this one time my dog came out and said, hey man, you full of shit. Now there's some validity to his statement.
You know what? I think about that kind of thing because I'm actually dealing with that in real time with a couple of homies of mine, where it's like, how do you tell them? You see what I'm saying? And then when you do tell them, they got to be enough of a man to accept it.
Well, you know what? Is one of them the dude that you've been talking to us about? Is one of him?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm like this. I look at it like this: if we boys, right, it's kind of like no differently. You got a relationship with the person. This me. You got to relate. First, is it worth having the conversation? Like, have you had that conversation before? Because one of the things I got from my wife, and this is why I say, tell folks, age has nothing to do with maturity. She said something to me a while ago. She said, you got to have that one conversation. Like, you, if it's bothering you, you got to have that one conversation. And after that, if they don't make adjustments, cut them off. Now, honestly, she's saying that from just a street level, right? Mr. Smith actually attests to that being in the Bible, where if a man, you feel like a man wrongs you, you owe that man one conversation. If not, then you're wrong for carrying the resentment for the action, because you have to give somebody an opportunity to make it right. What I would ask you, because you know better than I do, but it sounds like you have. Now, this is just me going in. Sounds like you finna have an additional conversation, you've already had the last conversation more than one occasion. He's not receiving it. Now, that's that as my dude I used to kick it with, Aaron, the big word Brinkley used to say, milk, meat, meat, milk. Everybody not ready for the meat. You gotta give him the milk. Now, it seems like you done gave him the milk. He can't digest that. You think he ready for the meat?
Yeah, but now here's where I'm at though. How do you first I would say the 5 people involved in this situation, I'm the only one that feels the way I do. Everybody else got bottomless troughs of forgiveness and understanding, which makes me go, is it just me? Am I the one being the ruthless, cold-blooded, cold-hearted, unforgiving individual? And should go ahead.
Analyze it. You're a microcosm. Okay. You're a microcosm. Your situation is a microcosm of what's going on with us as a people. Now, you said you're the only one that's willing to speak out, right? But the other 3 are tolerant. Think about us as a people. They don't agree with what he's saying, but they're willing to tolerate and be badgered day after day after day after day after day. You're sitting there saying definitively, I'm drawing this line in the sand. I'm tired of you crossing it. Well, that's a microcosm. Y'all situation is a microcosm of us as a people. We tolerate a lot. More than enough of us are willing to be tolerant when there are, watch this. You think it's a game? You finna laugh. Me, you, and Kamoya were just having a conversation earlier today. We were talking about somebody who was adamant about why T'Challa should be recast. They didn't been on, I don't know how many folks' video platforms. T'Challa need to be recast. Oh, they didn't went off. They didn't insulted everybody at the MCU. You know I ain't lying. I ain't gonna call no names, and I ain't gonna say what they did, but that's a prime example of it.
Yeah.
Because we know that person ain't the only one that's then done that. More than enough that then said T'Challa need to be recasted, then done what this person then done. It ain't but a few of us that said T'Challa need to be recast, and until you do, we ain't effing with you. Ain't but a few. You, sir, represent the few. Proud.
Okay. Church. I just got ministered to about my little brother.
We still vibe.
Oh, and I feel good. I feel 100% better. I mean, I just,
you can vibe and still tell the truth. They say they say when you inebriated, them the ones to tell the truth anyway, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's get true.
Well, I can't get that going for you. I ain't had nothing but ginger ale.
Woo,
And speaking
listen.
of ginger ale, can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
I'm like Tony. I feel good. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question about ginger ale? I got a real serious question about ginger ale. Why we think ginger ale cure everything? My stomach upset. I need to drink some ginger ale. What? I ain't gonna do nothing for your stomach. That's the bubbles. That's the carbonation.
You know what though? The fact that we asked that question.
Hold on. Kamayo said never feel liquid when you know you are. I like that.
He dropping bars. Wait a minute. Never feel liquid when you know you. Oh yeah, he dropping bars.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do this. Because I'm watching the screen and everything. I don't know how you viewing it. Mr. Paul Martin, what's going on?
He said ginger ale is the good stuff.
Oh yeah. Ronnie J, what's going on? Anansi the Spider is in the building, and Kamuyo King in the building. What is going on, gentlemen? What is going on? Yeah, man. So talk to me, big dog. What we got on the docket tonight for tonight's show?
What we got on the docket tonight?
What?
You know what I'm saying? Okay, but this is fun. I like to be able to do this. It's since I am the co-producer. Oh, let's start it off with a topic that I know everybody in this chat is. Oh, Paul Martin. Okay, Paul Martin said ginger in itself is good. In tea form may be better. You may be 100% correct, Paul Martin, because there is no ginger in ginger ale. And that's why I keep asking people, why y'all think that's good for you? It's only ginger ale in name.
You know what it is? I think ginger ale has received such what's the word I want to say? Such a long story. I don't want to say mythology, but it's tied into our culture heavily. Where I'm at the point now where
I think they call them wives' tales.
Right, but that's where I'm going with this one. So much so to the point where, with it being that, because you ain't stupid, we're not stupid. With it being that, the conviction that we have that it will heal any damn thing we got going on when we take it. We manifest it into existence. That the ginger ale is doing its job. Now I'm saying this for this reason right here, because I agree with you, but at the same point in time, I've used that ginger ale like that. I ain't gonna tell that damn lie. I'm not gonna I ain't gonna do that.
Oh, we all have at one point or another. Okay, and see, like what Paul Martin's saying in the comments here, he says it's the carbonation that helps one burp. Seltzer can do the job. There, he just, you know what I'm saying? He just laid it out right there. You know, if your stomach upset, you could drink anything carbonated. It make it feel better. It ain't got to be ginger ale.
You know what? That other stuff don't taste like ginger ale. And since it's holiday season, is Canada dry?
That's Canada.
Canada dry.
I'm not going to endorse these people. Go ahead.
What you say? Say it again now.
I'm not endorsing these people because they ain't sending no checks.
You're right. Can the folks from that represent the neighboring nation up north where you at? Them, okay. Right? I want to know.
Well, actually, they're more east of us.
You know what I mean? They up there where y'all at.
Yeah. I feel you.
I need them to come on with the cranberry version. That's the bomb diggity right there. Holiday season. Make it do what it's gonna do.
They do have one.
Is it out right now though? Because if that's the case, I need to make sure when I go out and about, I shop and make me pointing for that.
I don't know how supply lines are running y'all's way, but we always have it. It's always.
Oh no, they don't. We always keep the regular version. We don't keep the cranberry version. I don't know why.
They got that. They got cranberry, and I think they got another version.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to make it. You know what? We're gonna make it do what it's gonna do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We're gonna make it do what it's gonna do.
Kamoyo say is the carbonation and the sweet, and it is often used to mask magnesium citrate when folks have to have a bowel movement. Mask. Well,
my bowel movements on Friday night. It's nasty.
He said, Paul Martin said, Kamoyo, stop showing off that University of Wakanda education.
Woo! One time for the purple and black. One time for the purple and black. One time.
I love
make it do what it do.
I love now, you know what I was thinking about? Well, I was thinking about it last night, but I thought about it even more today. And by and large, most of the people in this chat are Generation X. And people hate the fact that we are always talking about the way we were raised and how there were things. I mean, because the generation before us did the same thing with us, and there are some people that say we scoffed at that generation, like the generation before us scoffs at us. So, yeah, is it a changing of society? Because here's what I was always told: hard times generate hard people. Soft times generate soft people.
So Generation X, because I seen a lot of videos online from folks that's cool folks, Generation, and that's the thing. Folks not understanding. I don't think people give this enough due. The latchkey generation. You've been grown for a minute now. There was a disconnect between you and your parents. You taught yourself about, I don't want to say it like that, but you kind of taught yourself in school, your ABCs, your math, and because folks wasn't at home. Folk wasn't at home. You cooking, if you had siblings and everything like that, you in that generation, baby boomer, you had to take care. So now you teaching folks, you still a kid. Now you cooking for folks. You teaching folks, you got to teach yourself and cook for yourself. Oh, by the way, you the bodyguard too, you the parent too, because when folks get beat up, guess who's supposed to step in and handle the bully? It's you. It's you. It ain't the parent. It's you. So, and then every generation.
Well, at my house, if my sibling was fighting, I was expected to assist my sibling, whether I could assist my sibling or not, because if my sibling came home beat up, we was all getting away.
That's the responsibility. And then when you look at our generation, this is another problem. We're first in damn near everything that every other generation after us is benefiting from. Video games. That's us. And folks get mad because we still play video games. Well, what you want us to do? We've been playing video games for the longest damn time now. Like, what you want us to do? We still stay in shape. Well, hold on. We come from the folks that was pop locking, folks that put Jerry curl juice in their head and everything like that. We always put a precedent on how we damn look. So when you say something like, we are not our parents was walking around, our mothers and grandmothers was walking around in house coats. Mamas and grandmamas not doing that now. No, they wearing the same thing they granddaughters and daughters wearing. It's a competition out here. Same thing with the fellas. Oh, Well, young buck, you don't even know how to dance. You stopped dancing a long damn time ago. So they looking at us like, you still know how to dance? Yes. Just because I don't mean I don't know. We the first ones with the cell phone. We the first ones being able to watch stuff on everything else besides the daggum TV. Like, I don't know what folks want to put. A lot of the stars they looking at today, them are stars. They want to tell us what to do with Aurora. That's my character. That's not yours. That's not your character. Kamala Khan is your character. That's not Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan. Hell, I can make a strong argument. Not even Kyle is their character.
God damn.
Wally West ain't
okay.
Bro, I've been going on a tangent. Wally West ain't their character. The Punisher ain't their character. T'Challa ain't their character. All these folks, T'Challa's not your character. Shorty might be your character, but T'Challa belong to somebody else while you around here bumping your gums and everything like that. Just like other folks look, Clark Kent is not your character. His son Jonathan might be your character. Damien might be your character, but neither Bruce nor Richard nor Jason belong to you. Them not your characters. So I think there's some jealousy there because we won't go away.
Right.
We won't go away. Me and you could walk right now. We're happily married men. And somebody's daughter that's in her 20s and 30s is gonna want to holler. We ain't even there for that. Now let me say it like this because I don't want folks thinking we're misogynist. No, we can say the same thing about our queens that's in their 50s, their 60s. They gonna go somewhere, minding their own John Brown business, and it's gonna be some little young buck in his 30s, 20s gonna try and holler. and watch this. Be willing to break bread too. They mad, bro. They mad, bro. Well, you know, you get over it. I'm sorry. We was the cool kids before y'all came along. We ain't going nowhere. We're still cool.
So I think it's our bottom line attitude, or if you can't do it, get out of the way and let somebody can do it attitude, or F your feelings attitude, because we was 9 years old and had to be grown, you know what I'm saying, like you said. So we also had to have the emotional content that came with that, you know what I'm saying, like 10, 11, you know what I'm saying, you gotta act grown. So when I see, hang on, when I see softness, when I see weakness where it ain't necessary or it don't need to be at, and I point it out, I'm not being mean. I'm telling you there's a different way to do what you're doing, and it can be done more effectively.
This is us. I'm gonna sum it up just like this. We were in middle school, socially conscious. Do you know why? Because we was literally in middle school repeating these lyrics and understood them in middle school. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep them going under. Broken glass everywhere. We knew what they were saying in middle school. We was like, yeah, that's real talk. Middle schoolers ain't thinking like that today.
Well, because they wasn't raised in struggle. And I feel like they trying to embrace whatever they can embrace, but it's got to come from a genuine place.
Ooh, you can't be mad at us for that though. Like, if it's a reason why, because there's a respect factor that's there. We respect the silent generation. Well, we saw what they went through.
Right.
You know, we don't buck with them for what they got going on, what they tell us. I remember when I was going to school, I had to walk 30 miles. We're like, okay. You know, there's a certain reverence there for our older people, the generations that's older than us. There's a certain reverence there for them that younger generations don't have for us. Like without, well, me and you talk. So I'm gonna put mine out there publicly. Me and my youngest biological, we had a conversation a couple of days ago.
Okay.
She didn't necessarily like what Daddy was saying. It's cool. She hung up the phone. That's not the first time that's happened from a child of mine. The difference is this one called back.
Okay.
This one called back. You feel what I'm saying? Now, me and you, we could be as mad as grown men in the military. We could be as mad as we want to be. We wish we would. Even though we know physically we got them, there's a respect / intimidation factor. They're like, no, I ain't gonna do it. I can be mad, not like what they got to say, cuss them out, yell at them. You might say one or two slick words. After that, you finna S to F you.
All day.
This generation, the generations up under us, we could say some of us our fault and everything like that. But they don't have the respect for their elders that we have for ours. There's a cutoff there. So when you say, or when we say, we're not our grandparents nor our parents, there's actual legitimacy there. Our grandparents and parents there, they acted completely different from us. There, we still do a lot of the same, and we know it, but you know, we don't see it as being immature or childish. We do a lot of the same things that the younger generation still does. And here's the problem. To a degree, we still do it better than them. That's what that is. That's what, who getting the most views when a funky dance come up. I don't care how old, how new that dance is. Is it the older person or the younger person? It's the older person that's gonna get them views.
Well, because a younger person dancing ain't nothing weird to see unless they're exceptional. But a 50-something-year-old doing something a 20-year-old do is, yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
We still doing lip sync videos. Getting views doing it. LL still out here spitting like Twister. And got young folks looking at him like this. Me and you sit up there and we know all day Michael Jordan was the GOAT. It's young folks looking at Michael Jordan videos on YouTube talking about, oh man, dude, he was nice like that for real. Yes, you thought we were lying? Y'all know we're talking about LeBron. No, that dude right there, 2'3". Part-time 4'5", but 2'3", him.
Well, and then large, I mean, I guess just it garnered a lot of independence is what it did. It garnered a lot of self-sufficiency. And I feel like that's a lot of what this younger generation is lacking. They lack a lot of self-sufficiency and they lack a lot of common sense. Now, I don't know about where you from New York, so probably when I was younger, I saw a lot of con games. You know what I mean? Like con games on the street for real. Folks trying to hustle you like with 3-car money and stuff like that. Folks don't do that no more because people crazy. You know what I'm saying? You hustle somebody like that now, they gonna come back.
Folks have to realize. I mean, you know, honestly, they ain't got to. But I was living. Cooler High wasn't necessarily a movie to me. I was young, but the neighborhood scenery that they was in, that was what I grew up at in New York. Like folks not, and I had to walk to church. Let me say that. Sunday morning, getting up I'm in like the 6th grade. I got to walk to church. Church ain't cross the street. Church was, as soon as I come out the apartment complex, and I stayed in a 5-story apartment with the fire escape outside, it was as soon as you walk out the door, bend that right. Walk down about 2 blocks, then I'm by myself, walking the church. Walk down about 2 blocks. We talking church first thing Sunday morning. Walk down about 2 blocks and bend that left. We got children walking around without any, that was us. We walked around without any adult supervision. Walking. And you had to know where you could go and where you couldn't go. What side of town you, come on, man. That's being grown at a whole different age.
And man, you seem like you can't pay these jokers to walk nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You tell them walk, man, they act like you insulted them or something, man. That's right down the street. You could just walk down. Walk? What? Okay, well, there's a bike in the shed. You could ride the bike down there. What you saying? I need a ride. You better learn how to drive.
You know what? I still say, like, is it because they came after us, and so there's some accountability that has to be there somewhere. If I had to say it for what it is, and this is just my experiences, because we were so independent, right? Raising ourselves as kids, right? Just being real, just stuff that I've observed, and you've observed it too, because this is when we get to call out our brothers. It's when we get to call out our brothers. Too many of us didn't know how to transition into adulthood. We still wanted to compete with them young bucks. Still wanted to do the same stuff. It's okay to have similar interests and everything, but you're supposed to be maturing, getting older, showing them how it's supposed to be done, not competing with them for their resources. We were competing with them for the young ladies that's in their age group. You know what I'm saying? Competing for the same things that they were trying to do. Like there were too many of us, not all, not most, but too many of us that absolutely refused to grow up. And as opposed to talking to these young men and women like we were their elders, we were actually talking to them like we were their peers, and we weren't. We talk about the whole thing about parents trying to be friends with their children and everything like that. I almost want to say that probably started with us. Some of us learned the lesson the hard way, but that enabled a certain behavior. Now you have those children, they were having children. It was different when if we had kids, the whole neighborhood, both families damn near involved, the mother of the mother involved, the father of the father involved. So
yeah. Not
I think there's that, when you look at what Brian McKnight, and I'm, he made his whole thing with Kirk Franklin, because we were the first ones with social media. I don't think we necessarily were successful in navigating. We want to put too much of our business on social media. Some of us have done that to the detriment of our sanity, our marriages, and everything like that. So I think I gotta assume we sat them down in front of Flavor of Love, because we thought it was entertainment television, just to realize years later stuff like that was actually poison. But we consumed that no differently than we would have done a Martin or Cosby show. If you say something, I ain't hear you.
We out of sync, I think.
Come over here to these notes. Well, let me see here. We got Gray in the building. Gray is in the building. I'm a Greek, folks. I see y'all in here chopping it up and everything. Mr. Let me see. Grand Madam Tarot's pulled up. The lovely Grand Madam Tarot. What's going on? I see y'all in here. Let me read these notes. Definitely, and Kamoyo says definitely, and they can't stop us either. They ain't built like us. Let me see. Mr. Martin says, I meant nerds today are more compartmentalized. That's true. That's true. Kamoyo says, I was the oldest of Amelia's grandchildren. I had to watch my cousins, feed my cousins, and go fight with my cousins. They don't call me big cousin. They call me uncle. I feel that. I feel that. I read a while back a sister on Facebook who said Martin ranking on Pam and Martin triggered her. She didn't get much sympathy from older fans. No, she didn't, Mr. Martin. I read that too. I didn't know what she was talking on because folks was ranking on everybody. Folks was ranking out. I'm like, I don't even think she understood because she was talking about she was projecting is what she was doing because none of us red-blooded males watching Martin ever gave two damns about what Martin was. I think every Thursday we were like, I don't know what he talking about. I preferred Pam over Gina anyway. I low-key attributed Martin to talking about Pam because he just didn't want Gina to know he knew how fine Pam was. That's what I think that was. So she was, yeah. I ain't know what she had going on. Kamoyo says, I attended a Gen Z wedding. It was the boomers and exes were on the floor washing those. And they don't want that smoke. There you go. There go Big Bro. Big Bro back.
I was back. Okay. I missed y'all.
Hey, we missed you too. I was holding down the fort, going over the notes and everything like that.
Okay, appreciate it. I just switched to my phone. You know what I'm saying? I just switched to my phone. So I'm just like, I'm done playing with the computer right now because the computer is acting silly. So until the computer get right, the computer is officially on suspension.
That's what I be using. So yeah, Big Bro. So from reading from the notes and everything like that, everybody's pretty much up on the consensus. And Grand Madam's pulled up, Grace pulled up. Everybody's pretty much of the consensus that and yes, Grand Madam, we know it is definitely two lives going on. We tried to fix it earlier to no avail, so we're gonna try it again next time around. But other than we're gonna make sure we give y'all this.
Enjoy all four of us.
Yeah, there you go. So nice we doing it twice. Yeah, that's what that is.
Exactly.
But so
let me get my hands on my. Oh, you know what? Now I can use this screen for something else. Okay. I sent that to you on Facebook. Yes. So I'm going to go in here and find you, sir.
Why you doing that, Big Bro? I think
I got it out. I got it already. I got it.
I think Hasbro finna set me up, Big Dog. I think Hasbro.
Wait. What Hasbro do?
I think Hasbro finna get me, Big Dog. I really feel like they gonna get me, dog, and I'm gonna be in my feelings too. I think they gonna get me with that World of Warcraft Black Panther, bro. I think they finna drop that Dr. Eve Ewan verse. I'm gonna be in my feelings, dog.
Why you gonna be in your feelings?
To a degree, I already got that, bro. And me and you both know.
You knew it was gonna happen, right? You knew. You knew they was eventually gonna make one. They couldn't have kept just doing what they was doing and not give us one. You knew it was gonna happen eventually. We just didn't know when. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, they could give us that intergalactic empire version, bro. Like, go and give us that one, dog. Don't do that, bro. Cause y'all do that. Then
but you know what, dog? Low key, that if they give you the Eve Ewing Black Panther, that'll be that much easier to make that Imperial Black Panther.
You right. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right.
So bring it
Show you
on.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you
Show you right.
already got one, then you can just use that one to make that imperial one.
You know what? Here's the question that I asked.
Was it?
Knowing what, shout out to Artman Custom. Shout out to Artman Custom. Shout out to him. Knowing what
Yeah.
he had to do, because that shield is detailed. My question is to you.
Yes.
Do you believe that Hasbro is bold enough to do the Dr. Eve Ewing action figure, knowing they would have to replicate that shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the way I'm gonna tell you something. You know the way they gonna do it?
They just gonna print it on them
digitally. They ain't gonna hand paint that shit. They gonna somebody gonna be like and press the buttons and that shit gonna be like ain't nobody gonna do none of that. They ain't gonna have to struggle at all.
Look, and we still gonna be looking at it like this. Man, the one Artman Customs did, that's the one right there. That's gonna be the go-to paltry right there. I don't know what y'all got going on.
I feel you, sir. But them Inhumans, man. I've been it roughly it costs like $160 to have a royal family.
I feel like I owe you an apology.
Why is that?
Because low key, I feel like you weren't even checking for them action figures like that. Till I kept saying something. So,
I saw them, but I was still on the fence about the purchase. You see what I'm saying? And I still, you know what? I want somebody to get that executioner and put it together for me. And then I just want to get the executioner.
Let me tell you something. That head sculpt is amazing. The head sculpt alone is amazing. The head sculpt and the battle axe, because that's what come with the Iron Man. Like, they really cheated. Because I'm like, oh, so y'all didn't think nobody was going to get this because y'all low-key put the best parts of the executioner with him.
I guess you could do that.
So, yeah, that, man, listen, hold on. Matter of fact,
that is a nice axe. That reminds me of Mythic Legions. Mythic Legions got nice axes like that. That is definitely not called urban.
Bro, like on everything, like the paint job, the eyes on this, that's the executioner, bro. Like I comic book vibes, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes vibe. And as a matter of fact, I'm glad I said that because I wanted to say something to you because I was watching it last night.
What was that?
I'm watching the episode where the Skrulls think they slick and they attack Wakanda.
Oh yeah.
And
too bad that was on a cartoon like that where they couldn't really give them what they wanted to give them. You feel me?
The creators, the showrunners of that, they deserve so much credit. Watch where I go with this one. That episode, not only did they have the High Toots of Isaiah, but they also had the Midnight Angels.
Right.
They was in that episode. Then I got to give them props for solving a problem that I was like, they didn't get it right. It's because they didn't, and I love what Reginald Hudlin's work was and everything like that, but he didn't get it right when he came through and he revamped T'Challa's origin story. There is a distinct difference. Thank you, baby. There is a distinct difference because him getting it wrong in his story leads to Ryan Coogler getting it wrong in the movie. There's a difference between challenging for the crown, the mantle of Black Panther, and challenging to lead Wakanda. The M'Baku in the cartoon series, he wasn't challenging T'Chaka for the Black Panther mantle. He was challenging T'Chaka to be the king of Wakanda. That's the battle. That's the battle that should have been in Black Panther, the first movie. Not for a Jabari to be a Black Panther. You got your own God. You serve your own God. No, for you to be the leader of the 5 tribes.
Grand Madam, that was Avengers Earth's Mightiest, by the way. In case you was wondering. So yeah, that's what that was there.
I just picked that up. I'm sorry. And I was like, that's how that story should have been told. That's the right telling. If there's a story to be told, if there's somebody else challenging, because only your relatives should be able to challenge you for the mantle, or at the very least another member from that same tribe. But ain't no member from a different tribe challenging you for the mantle. They might be challenging you for the crown if you're running Wakanda, but not for leadership of your own tribe. That's which we've gotten when we've seen the Golden Tribe and the Jabari. It's got to give credit where credit due. Shout out to Christopher Priest. When you've seen the Jabari tribe and the Golden Tribe getting into it, that makes sense. They're warring tribes. So yeah. But yeah, I wanted to point that out. You made me think about that. When you mentioned that, I didn't want to forget.
Ronnie J said, Hasbro need to give us a 3-pack of Warcraft Black Panther and Ultimate Black Panther, and last but not least, Intergalactic Black Panther.
Listen,
Ronnie, if I thought they had any notion, what they say in church, if they had an unction to ever do that, man, I would be the first one to get one. But yeah, 3 different Black Panthers in I hope you're watching, Hasbro. 3 different Black Panthers in a pack. Man, do you know how much money that Hasbro would make if they had 3 different Black Panthers in a pack? I'm gonna stop talking that.
You know, quietly, that's a flex. When folks start talking about T'Challa dead, and you show them all your Black Panther stuff, including the comic books he's in right now, you be like, he is?
Bruh, I don't know what it is. All these people, they just want to be, you know what I'm saying? Just want to off the character. But since we are on the subject of Black Panther, it is a lateral segue to talk about what tomorrow is and how we gonna choose to celebrate the anniversary of the life of one Chadwick Aaron Boseman.
Well, I know what I'm gonna do. Shout out to the man upstairs for letting Georgia play Georgia Tech today, so I ain't have to choose between them tomorrow.
Yeah.
One, I'm definitely gonna watch my favorite movie, which is
Mr. King.
Yeah. But I also thought about tomorrow, because it's not difficult when you know where to go get the stuff from. It's not difficult when you committed a portion of your life to it. I'm probably going to do a compilation video, voiceover and everything like that, because I try and make sure I'm careful, because I've seen people immortalize people, kind of like putting people up on a pedestal and everything like that. They got this big old thing. I was messing with a young lady one time, and but she had an altar to Tupac. I was like, oh. I said,
all right.
That lasted like that long.
I was about to say, couldn't be me. Be me.
Right. All right, Brian had to go. So I'm very, very careful about that. But just being able to having the strength to speak out on wrongs and having the conviction, even when you would think there's no reason to, when you see folks around you folding left and right and everything like that. His relationship with God, his conviction, his knowledge of self, he made an impact on me as a younger brother. Like 10 year 40, he would have turned, he gonna, well, tomorrow be his 49th birthday. So he made a hell of an impact on me. It's just as it's when we talk imagery, symbolism, he got it. That's why there were certain roles he just wasn't gonna take. He understood the significance of his imagery, not only as Chadwick Boseman, but just as an African American, period. He knew what that meant. We're gonna let it be played with. So that's how
Well,
I'm gonna do it.
the thing that I respect about the man so much is his education. The man is educated and it shows. He is more of an orchestrator, an organizer, and if you ask me, I would say the Black Panther movie, as far as input and things that made it more authentic or more Wakandan / African, was maybe like 50-60% his input. You know, that and the fact that I feel like he's cut from the same mold or was cut from the same mold as an actor like Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
I very rarely saw him, at least for the short time he was, making movies. I very rarely saw him in a role that demeaned him, that demeaned his race, and
or the character he was portraying.
right. I mean, even the ones that was meant to be, like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. That dude wasn't necessarily the good guy
Right.
in that situation, but it was well played. It was well represented. A lot of his roles, I feel like it's something you could like give you could pass on to your children. It's something a legacy you don't mind sharing.
Let me say it like this. To your point, I get it. I understand when people say he was the king. I understand why you're saying it. Like when folks say that, I absolutely get it. When folks say, "Oh, he was T'Challa," I get it. I understand why you're saying it. But do you know why you're saying it? And if you're saying it for that reason, why aren't you trying to be more like that? Because you're not walking in the example he set. He would never take the role of Riri Williams. He would have never took on that role. So why would you put it? Knowing what that is, I'm not talking about sinners. I'm talking about the stereotypical tropes. Because he is on record being against those tropes that somebody seems to keep finding this an excuse to keep putting in their work. He was alive when they did Creed. He ain't in that movie. Oh no, dead ass. He was alive. It wasn't in that movie. What other project was he? No, the only project we got associated with is the General Hospital link. That's it. He wouldn't have took. He's on record saying, "I'm not gonna take the role where I can't swim, can't read, or can't drive." For a very pointed reason. He's on record for saying why he took that role in gods of Egypt. He's on record. So I get why folks compare him to T'Challa, say he is the king of Wakanda, because he exhibited quite a few of the same traits as T'Challa. My question is, why are you not replicating what he did? He wasn't selfish. He was very unselfish, which is that's why I was thinking about doing the compilation video tomorrow. He's an unselfish man. And I think that's one of the things that impacted me the most, that his sharing of himself, not shying away from the moment in any facet whatsoever, even dealing with what he was dealing with.
Kamayo said his wife is on TikTok. San is her singing name. She mad talented and down to earth. I one would think so.
Yeah. And you made an excellent point the other day, which is, why we are very, very careful in what we say. You made an excellent point the other day when we were in the group chat, why you understood where she was coming from. And I think that's what people have got lost in the message, especially one of those other cats over there. We won't mention his name, but folks act like you cannot be sympathetic and empathetic. You can be sympathetic and empathetic, but still understand the significance of the matter at hand. It's not as simple as because we want the character recast, we don't care anything about the character. I'm gonna say the actor. A strong argument could be had that we want the character recast because of the actor.
Well, I mean, that is one of the reasons. When Roger Moore became James Bond after George Lazenby and Sean Connery, I wasn't necessarily thrilled about it. But then as I continued to watch Roger Moore James Bond movies, I appreciated him more. And that's my generation's James Bond.
Yeah, it's a George Reed. I don't know what folks want us to tell them with that. It's like, between George Reeves and Christopher Reeve, I don't know what folks want them to want us, Generation X, to tell them. Baby boomers. Those were our Superman. If we going off of this analogy right here, we shouldn't have had no more Supermans after Christopher Reeve passed away. We shouldn't have had no more. Same thing with Batman. That's Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney. Fortunately for them, the only Batman we had that's gone is Adam West, and then we already was doing live action. But if them act, because all those are our actors.
Yeah,
they only got one, the new dude, which I don't necessarily think folks really checking for Robert Pattinson like that. Batman, I don't.
You know what? That's a good Batman movie, but not because of the Batman.
See?
Really, everybody around Batman is great. And I think that makes him seem good, but he's not. Who wants an emo Batman? Not I.
I think, am I wrong in saying this? I think they try and ground him too much sometimes. It's like, okay, this dude is supposed to be whooping ass. So he whoop ass. Just get the costume right. Make sure he can turn his neck. Let him whoop ass. Let him be able to use the growly voice. Who are you? I'm Batman. Just let him whoop ass. Let him solve some crimes. It ain't that difficult. We got a nice little rose gallery right here. Don't start off with the Joker. We tired of looking at him. Go find somebody else. That's all you got to do. It ain't that difficult. It ain't. How many cartoons ain't got it right?
Well, now the different variations you get of Batman. I mean, I guess it's difficult to do that with T'Challa because we're unwilling to let go of the Wakandan aspect of what Black Panther is, because it's an important part. How do you make Aztec Black Panther? You can't. How do you make Ninja Black Panther? You can't, because that calls for the character to go against what his culture is to become something that some other people want to see.
They gave him the perfect workaround around that. You asked a great question. How did you have a black Aztec Black Panther? You don't, but there should have been one around back then. Should have been a Black Panther around in Wakanda back then that interacted. Right? Okay. Same thing that you asked the second question. You know what I'm saying? There should be, because watch this. If it's just a mantle, okay, well, I'm not gonna act like I'm the world historian like that, but between Mosi and Bashinga, I'm pretty sure there was somebody around back then that was running phase as a Black Panther, right? Who I got Mamadou Fall, I got Nahanda, I got Queen Turkana, I got her father, Ben Hazen. What we talking about? Like, give me them stories. So the workaround to what you just said, which you would have to know the character, have to actually give a damn about telling the character stories.
A little bit, just a little bit.
I don't think if either you or I were the showrunners, or watch this, a Roxanne Gay or a Dr. Eve Ewan or a Cheryl Lynn Eaton or a Brian Hill were the showrunners, or a watch this, because I don't want my European brothers to think I'm leaving them out of the game. I don't think a Jonathan Hickman would get it wrong. I don't think a David Liss or Jonathan Mayberry. I think by and large they would respect the source material and be able to fill in the gaps with those Panthers. But hey, Ryan doing what Ryan want to do. They like it. I love it.
Diesel in the building.
What we like to say is we got it at the house. Ain't you got a Black Panther story? Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Maxine Shaw in the building.
I want some Black Panther knowledge. I lean on 1 or 3 people.
Hey.
At number 1, I got God.
That is true, sir.
At 1 and 1, at 1 and 1, I got Mr. Smith and you and Mr. Smith. That because I'll be like this. Damn, I can't get it from nowhere else, huh? Oh, have mercy. I can't get it from nowhere else. Damn. You ain't never turn on your YouTube channel and just be wanting to entertain by some Black Panther content and find your way back to your own damn videos. God damn, ain't nobody dropping that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody, because you don't want the ultimate Black Panther story, because you reviewing that, you reading that yourself. You be like, damn, ain't nothing about it dropping nothing.
Kamoyo said Theo D and Cheryl in the writer's room.
Oh man, here we listen. That's the #1 comic book every month.
Boy.
Hey,
what
let's
you
not
say
leave out Mr. Karami. We ain't gonna do him like that. Oh,
he doing the penciling chores. Man, we gotta script something for him to draw first.
Man, listen. They would be so mad. They would call our comic book woke, DEI, and every other 4-letter word that they could call it. Because boy, look, they would be mad. Big mad. Oh.
It would just get done, bro. It would just get done. But you know what? I'm about to that place where I'm done talking about it. I'm gonna show them.
Watch this, Darryl. We would have one time to walk in CB's office and be like, "So what's going on with T'Challa and Aurora? We gonna do it or no? But no, we're not gonna do it. Okay." Monica Lynn suddenly being resurrected from nowhere.
Hey, and I done seen I done seen and it is a
Woo!
copious number of individuals who draw indie comics that have black tigers and black jaguars and
Man,
black, you know
listen,
what I'm saying? And it's like, bruh,
don't play.
you ain't gonna run with the concept. You ain't gonna respect the science. We gonna make our own thing, and folks gonna stop reading your stuff because you playing too much.
That's why low key, I'm excited to tell the story. And honestly, I'm pretty cool with doing it the way that I'm doing it right now, just dropping, one pick a day. And then at the end, well, I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna say that.
Wait,
I'm telling
hold
you,
up. Wait, hold up. It ain't you. I was reading the comment. The comment. Kamoyo said we would just have to stop Gray and Juju from buying up all the copies.
man, look, they listen, they have them.
You
They
ain't
have
right.
them.
You
Listen,
ain't right. Why you
you
gotta be
mess
like
around and get a
that?
primary story. You got the Black Panther comic book sitting right here. Because that's what it is. We've said this before. Buddy just need his own editor. Because Wakanda really is its own separate universe. You would have the Black Panther ongoing monthly. Then you sit right up there and have the Warriors of Wakanda sitting right there. And folks will be like, ooh. Then we have the Warriors of Wakanda. And then come right on over here and have the World of Wakanda. And then come right on over here and have the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. And folks be like, how you going to tell all the story? Well, the Warriors of Wakanda.
Hey man, look at all this stuff going down in chat. They're making us accomplices.
Wait, what's going on?
Kamayo said, just bring Maxine in the CB office and shut the door. Problem solved.
Oh man, hey boy.
Hey. And Maxine said, all I need is one of y'all to provide an alibi.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Y'all trying to get us in trouble. They already don't like us.
But I think
they already don't like us.
Hey, you know what?
I like being notorious. It's kind of fun.
You know what? I don't think it's a dislike. I think it's a what's the word I want to say? We don't like the fact that they don't like it. There's a healthy amount of respect that's there. Because clearly we see stuff being moved. So it ain't but a few folks saying what we saying, but still seeing it. Never mind. But
they going in. Yeah, I think it's a lot of people that, and people tell me all the time, they aren't ready for what we bring to the table. And yes, Kamoyo, I think you're absolutely right. I think a huge part of it is fear. Because what happens when? You know what I'm saying? Because some people corner the market for a hot second, but I don't want to be nobody to just be like a flash in the pan. I want to be consistently in your grill all day, every day, till I can't breathe no more.
Man, listen, I look at it like this, and you and I have experienced it. We've seen writers burn out on titles, but we've also seen writers that they just bring a smoke to a title, and the editor give them
and they get
job.
Took off too soon.
Yeah. So me, I'm a glass half full. I'm an optimistic type person. My belief is that, and we say us all day long. Yeah, that would be a dream job. But if there was somebody that cared about that character, had the passion for the character, the knowledge of that character, and was given the opportunity to do what they fully could do with that character and that character's world, supporting world, that character would be damn near on the same level as Peter. There's just this natural charisma, organic thing about that character that no other character over there has except Peter. Now, mind you, they both got full mass, so maybe that got something to do with it. but there's a charm there. There's an alluring charm there with those characters that would make T'Challa easily pop. He's a sexy character. And I'm not saying that, just because, Black Panther. No, there is something inherently appealing about that character that threatens some people. You put all your resources behind this character. We've seen it there when they've half-assed it. Black Panther, the first one, was not what it could have been. 1.3 billion. He was the only superhero in that movie. Why they backloading all of, this Spider-Man 3. Dr. Strange and Wong in this damn movie. What you talking about? His first Ultimate issue. I don't remember T'Challa having no Ultimate comic books before when they had the Ultimate Universe. I could be wrong.
He was in it, but it was right. It was way different. In the first in the 1610 universe, T'Challa was a mutant.
See what I'm saying? You come in this one, the first issue. We had never heard of it before. We haven't heard of it since. Was sold out before it hit the damn stand. Bro, that ain't just folks that look like me and you doing that with that character. No, there are people that don't look like me and you that actually love the hell out of that damn character. And there is some fear, and I don't know why, because money green. I'm gonna make that money. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Hey, they want T'Challa and Aurora married. They saying that online? Yeah. Majority of them? Or more, way more than half. Well, way more than half. Oh, well, make that happen. Man, we all want to say all that.
Hey, what did we just say? Fear. Fear.
Man, we doing the job.
What? Who is the premier Black character in Marvel?
Never mind.
Okay. And like, no matter what 3 or 5 you name, my first question gonna be, if it ain't Sam Wilson, how come they don't got a monthly ongoing? Yeah. Exactly.
Bro, it's so much. I am so looking forward. And I know
Spawn is the most consistent Black character, and he don't even lean into his blackness.
He don't. But everybody know Al Simmons a brother though.
And ain't that weird? Ain't that weird? They like, oh, we'll let you stay around as long as you don't make a big deal about the fact that you're Black.
Hey, boy, look him. Yeah, undeniably so, Al Simmons is a brother.
370 issues thus far. Continuous, never a break.
But watch this. And so, if I'm writing, excuse me for a second. As long as you don't lean into the blackness, I'm trying to understand what that means when I from a writing standpoint, me as a writer, right? Because if I'm a writer, I'm writing the character. It's kind of like what Mr. Smith said before about the issue with Jessica Drew, why she wasn't, her and Luke wasn't put into a relationship. I'm writing a story, right? I got different characters. Well, how does a European character sound?
Hey, Gray said they were both featured in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Okay, but they don't got no monthly ongoing.
Because
the one they did have, they canceling.
And if T'Challa is featured in the Macy's Day Parade, right? What am I saying? Because by and large, who's watching the Macy's Day Parade? And when I'm asking this question, I'm saying, like, is the knowledgeable comic book fan watching the Macy's Day Parade to where they say, oh, that's T'Challa? Or is it more likely than not the general audience member looking and saying, who's that? I thought T'Challa was dead. See, that's not a question I'm going to ask if I see Superman at the Macy's Day Parade. Clark Kent.
That don't sound diabolical. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound diabolical to you? We'll give you this character. We'll give you this character in small doses. But when you ask for us to elevate him to a Batman status, to a Superman status, hell, to a Miles Morales status, y'all get nervous.
I see people posting stuff, you know, sending me stuff. Well, man, they just had him on the boat. Okay, well, when folks was watching him on the boat, folks, the folks that's on the boat, I'm pretty sure more than enough of them went to go see both movies, and they looking like, what's going on? Because there's been no, as much as folks keep sending us stuff, there's no official announcement. Folks keep wanting to say, folks been running with that. It's Idris for a month now. Ain't no, if not longer, ain't no official word. It ain't.
Hey, let me just say, let me just say, while you on that, let me just say, y'all, be patient. Can I just say that to the Rock With Me Nation? Y'all, be patient. I mean, oh shit, damn Idris. Let them announce that this man has the role. Until then, be patient.
You ready? I'm gonna come in with an old Negro spiritual. You know, help the Rock With Me Nation. We came this far by faith, leaning on the Lord, trusting in His holy word. He never failed me yet. Whoa, can't turn around. He never failed me. Just be patient. Let's ease up. Let's be patient.
That's all we're saying, y'all. That's all we. Oh, Damson, he just smiled at a festival the other day when they asked him, bro. He ain't said nothing.
Can I use an analogy? That's like standing in the batter's box.
Because I know y'all excited and want to see it. I'm a F with you.
Watch this. That's like standing in the batter's box. You ready? Big Dare. That's like standing in the batter's box. You know what pitch you're looking for. You know what pitch you're looking for. Wait on it. Don't go chasing it. Don't go chasing it. Don't make the pitcher's job easy for him. Make him come straight. If he got nothing but smoke, damn all them paint in the corner. Make sure he comes straight down the pipe with it, and then knock it straight out the damn park. Don't stop swinging at every damn thing.
Oh, hold on. Oh, don't get it twisted, Mr. Martin. I ain't saying go see it. I'm saying wait for the announcement. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I can rehash the same thing over and over till I'm blue in the face. But okay, let me put it like this. No shade. If y'all want to keep hanging on every single announcement pop up, that's fine. Stop tagging the brother in it. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can chase the rumors and all of that all you want. I'm just saying, stop telling me. Until you get one that say this person is cast as T'Challa, the Black Panther, then you know to come talk to me or Theo. Until you hear that, don't nobody go in the bathroom for like 35, 45 minutes.
I think that's fair because when we reported it, we wasn't reporting it based off of information from anybody other than the dude that said it. That's what I don't understand that. I'll be like, okay, so we sensationalism really is what we all about right now because we know this started with him walking to the podium on December 10th. Like that's what that was. He went. Like emergency awesome. There wasn't no rumor, there wasn't no speculation, there wasn't no innuendo, there wasn't no Newsweek, Variety. Nobody was reporting that. No, he walked his ass to the podium. Okay, so if he walked his ass to the stage, that was the first time we heard what was going on. Why we can't wait till he just walk his happy ass back to the stage? Why y'all keep asking me and Darryl how we feel about it?
Because, Theo, on social media, we always want to be the first person to break the story. We always want to be the first person to report stuff. That's just you know that. You know them folks. You know how they are.
Me and you gonna get the views we gonna get, whether we report it first or report it last. Long as we say Kevin Feige said. Because folks don't want to hear our take on what Kevin Feige said. Because we ain't talking like everybody else. As soon as Kevin says something, let me hear what Theo them got to say about this. You know, so I don't know how to say it other than because I'll be like, I know I'm speaking English. I know I'm speaking English. And here it is, 6, 7 months, 2, 3, 4 years later. I got to say the same damn thing I keep saying. Did Kevin say it? Okay, well, until Kevin say it, because don't nobody else run nothing.
Nah. I mean, everybody, and even, you know, my man Diesel even said, he like, Feige got to go. But until that joyous day, until that moment arrives, I feel like I'm on a Federation starship that's headed into the atmosphere of a planet and it's breaking up.
Oh Lord, can I get on? Let me get on the cut. Let me get on the shuttle. Please let me get on the shuttle.
And the teleporters don't work.
No, do not need to get on the shuttle, big dog. No, because you know what? I didn't make this decision, dog. I'm on this ship, but no, because I'm like, had you just listened to me, dog, we was good. We was good. No, you got it.
Right there. That part. You're making me go down for no reason. Pause.
You know the way. That's a great analogy. You know what? Let me spin that a little bit further. The way I look at it is, me and Darryl got off the ship a long time ago.
I saw it heading into the atmosphere, and I jumped on the shuttlecraft.
Me and Darryl looking at the captain like, "You sure this is what you want to do?" Yeah. We looking at some of our mates, our peers, and we're like, "Captain, they making the right decision." Y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Captain, there's a huge gravity well around that planet. Let's get closer. Captain, did you not hear what I said? It's a huge gravity well around that planet. Hey, I'm running this ship, mister. Captain, may I be excused?
Me and Darryl step off to the side. Hey, Captain crazy. Now, we got other folks that agreed that the Captain crazy, but remember what we said earlier about that, what Darryl was going through? That was a microcosm. So you got a whole bunch of us know the Captain crazy, but because we want to be in the Captain's favor, we ain't gonna say nothing to the Captain. No, the hell with that. Me and Darryl gonna get the hell off the ship. Y'all want to live or y'all want to kiss the Captain's ass?
Hey, now, I know how to fly a shuttlecraft. Theo, you coming with me?
I'm out. Now, Darryl, this is what they doing. They keep asking us, y'all don't think we should go back and check on the Captain? Hell no.
Nah, not really. No. And sure enough, Captain, I can't pull her up. She's going down. Didn't I tell you?
To go check on the Captain who got a big ass starship going down in the gravity well, and all we got is a little bitty ass shuttle. If
because we left before the pull of the gravity well got a hold of us.
Right. So why ask us to go back? We damn sure
I ain't going back. I ain't going back. Now, if you pull that ship up out of that gravity well and fly it around and slingshot back across the galaxy, I might be tempted to follow you there.
See what we're saying? See how that analogy works? If you can pull the ship out the gravity well on your own, because we ain't asked you. Now, what we can do is from where we at, we can keep telling you how to save your ass, but seem to not be listening to us. So,
hey, hold up. What Kamoyo say? Say, Captain, permission to speak freely. Granted, sir, this is some shit. I'm out.
I'm not doing that, man. I'm not doing that.
If I know what's right and I know what it's supposed to be, but I'm just settling because you got a whole bunch of Stevens in your camp, talking about, well, this is the best place for us to be. We ain't never had no superheroes on the screen. Why you want to go messing everything up? Cause talking about we need the right black superhero. You should just be happy that you even got a black superhero.
To know, like, that's funny, but that's not funny at the same time. To know that there are African Americans that actually feel that way and have actually let that come out their mouth towards another African American is a
trying to argue somebody down. Start trying to argue somebody down and say that shit. I'm like, what? Are you for real? Are you for real?
You know what?
Must have a mask. You must dig in the trash because that sounds like a coon to me.
I think I'm gonna wind up watching Django tonight for that very same. You just made me want to go watch me some Django. Get off this line. Cause I'll be like, how you don't see that's what you doing? I'll be like,
can't see it. They can't see it because, like, I think everybody is just so, like, when I hear people say Wakanda, or I hear people say Wakanda forever and stuff like that, I just kind of look at them. And it's like, do you understand what you're saying? Or is it just a catchphrase to you?
It's just a catchphrase.
You know what I'm saying? You don't understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it means more than what you trying to make it mean. You trying to be trendy with it.
Can I keep it a buck for a second? Can I keep it a buck for a minute?
And we vibing, right?
We vibing. I'm keeping it a vibe too. Bro, that's all we do. Like, I don't want to say, Thanos said, I have been cursed with great knowledge. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. But as a people, we practice cognitive dissonance a lot. Just to get along. Like, there are some of us, just to get along.
True best.
Not all of us call ourselves the N-word. But if one of our boys say, what up, man? What's going on? Because you just going along with it. You sit up there like, okay, she ain't going to get it. Kind of like your homeboy. He ain't going to get it. We do that, bro. We sit up here and we done took these classes. Some of us got PhDs because of the classes we done took in college. So we know race is a man-made construct, and we still walk out here and call ourselves black, which is crazy to me because there ain't but two races going off of that. And we've been knowing that has been BS since, at the very least, we were teenagers, dude. And we still go along with it. There are so many things that we just go along with just to say we got it. Them sentiments me and you heard about what they got going on with black, bro, they said that same thing about Riri Williams. We got a brand new blurred, wear glasses, got the horn baseball cap. What are we talking about? Now he's supposed to be the brand new intellectual. He dressed like an intellectual, but the stuff that he lets comes out of his mouth, like I said, bro, we vibing. But as soon as somebody walk up to me, look like me, adamantly claiming a color, I don't care how educated that person is. I don't care how accredited they are. You're telling me you practice cognitive dissonance on a daily basis. You can say you don't know where you come from on Africa, on the continent. You can say that, but you came from that continent. And if you don't know that, then you're telling me you came from here. Why you don't know your native tribe? Bro, we don't even speak a language from Africa. Why? Folks will say, oh, it's so many. No, that's a damn excuse. Folks could narrow it down to one or two languages that you got to learn as a requirement in college. We don't even fight for that. But how many HBCUs we
got? Enough to where Swahili could be. So, but see, here's the thing, and I can tell you from experience. On the college level, there's only conversational. So you have to have had at least 2 to 3 years of that perspective language before getting in school, or you're going to be lost. Because in order, you know, when I was going to school, I had to take conversational Spanish, bruh. I had a Spanish conversation in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, imagine that, and you say Swahili,
bro. In high school,
they got to start teaching it on the high school level. They got to start teaching it on the primary and the secondary level, bruh. Here in Anchorage, Alaska, at Jewel Lake Elementary School, they have a Japanese immersion program.
Let me ask
so
you.
By the time these kids are in the 6th grade, they are speaking fluent Japanese. How come we don't got no Swahili immersion program? How come we, you know what I'm saying?
How come we not asking for it? I'm saying this on this.
No. We are asking for it,
Daryl.
We have been. It ain't what it is. It ain't enough of us asking for it.
That go back to my whole thing about cognitive dissonance. When I say we asking for it, that's a few. We represent the micro. We don't represent the majority. I'm right here in Tallahassee, Florida, and I heard something. You know, we do this whole thing about blacking out Black Friday, but we're not going to participate. And you know this as well as I do as an avid sportsman.
I've never participated in a Black Friday, if I'm being honest.
No, understood. But I'm saying, you know this as well as I do as an avid sports fan. There's at least 4 days out the year where all 4 major sports are in play: baseball, hockey, basketball, football. There's at least 4 or 5 days in the year where they're all active at the same time. I said this. It's crazy to me because I got ridiculed when I said it like 5 years ago when T.I. was suggesting. I said that's not the way to do it. Me and you both know the busiest days of the retail: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You stay home on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They can't make that money up on Monday. They're hurt. That's from a retail.
Plus, we got Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
So if you just don't do nothing, they're hurt. They cannot make those funds up. But what I said was, I said, hold on. So we say we want to impact, make change. The thing is, when we spin the block on it, and the subject that we're talking about right now, there's more than enough of us willing to settle. You said teach. That was a great point. The thing is that why am I waiting on somebody to teach it to me who really don't want me to have it? When I made this a point of contention 10 years ago, you know what? It's quite a few excuses I got from African Americans who have since spent the block on it. What they said to me was, one person said to me, "What a sister, there's no reason to learn any language from Africa because Africa doesn't control the world money." What the fuck that got? I'm saying, what that got to do with what that?
First, I'm gonna let you finish, but first, that woman was 150 million bazillion percent wrong AF because everybody since the 10th, 11th century been coming to Africa, plundering resources, grabbing. Yeah, she full of it. But go ahead.
She apologized like, I want to say a few years later, maybe 5, because it was an older woman repeating what I said, like as far as value.
And she should know better.
Right. And so I'm like, why don't you have the pride in yourself to want to learn a language from the continent from which you originate from. Money shouldn't have anything to do with it. It really should be about self-worth, self-value, imagery, symbolism. I'm sitting up here, I'm like, same thing with Black Panther. There are way more of us, even our peers, that want to be known for liking Black Panther, want to be known for being affiliated with the character, as opposed to actually being knowledgeable and teaching about the character. That ain't what we want. The benefits from what the character can give us, not the benefits that the character can give us. If that makes sense.
It makes complete and total sense, sir.
So
I'm gonna try a transition here from the computer from the phone, because the phone losing charge, and see if we can get into a couple of gauntlets real quick.
True that. Let's see.
Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. So far, so good. There I is. Yeah, I is. Okay.
I too. I hooked mine up too.
Look at you. You go, boy. I, ladies and gentlemen, love doing gauntlets because I love to hear what people got. I love to hear what people got to say, and their it also tests the knowledge of the people of the Rock With Me Nation. So my job is twofold tonight. I have two gauntlets, which I think after I get done, we'll probably be done. But
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that Draymond Green thing, Kenya Martin, with you before we.
Okay, we get at that. We get at that. Okay. There is no mystery around here that people know that I like Battle Beast. And there are a lot of y'all out there that like Battle Beast. So I got to thinking the other day, how long will Battle Beast, the man, the creature, the being who fights so hard that he either is of the level that I want to unalive you if you don't unalive me first. And that's how I walk everywhere I go. I'm trying to find somebody big enough, bad enough to murk me. So I looked at the Marvel universe. And I didn't just go, all right, Battle Beast need to find some people that he can find to grant him a quick death or a death in general. So, of course, if I tell somebody like Battle Beast, hey, I got a gauntlet of some of the most vicious people you ever seen in your life, or beings you've ever seen in your life, and we want you to go through here and off all of them, or unless they off you first. Thok is going to be like, let's go. I'm ready 5 minutes ago. All right. So this is Battle Beast in the Marvel Universe. What do we think chances? Why won't that go?
I didn't see this right here.
You can see it. Oh, there it is. It just took a little second. All right. Now,
man,
this is the Battle Beast gauntlet.
Who at the end?
How? That's the Maestro.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, he starts at Mr. Hyde and ends with the Maestro. Is Battle Beast getting through this gauntlet?
If he can make it past number 3, Ulick.
This
is my opinion. I could be wrong. If he get past Ulick, he'll get the Maestro, but that's where we're gonna stop at right now.
Is there any other kind of opinion? Is Stock gonna clear? Is he gonna get stopped at Ulick? Is he gonna get stopped at Fin Fang Foom? What is, because let's just take a second for those of you that are unfamiliar with Battle Beast. Okay, Battle Beast is a being from the Image universe, specifically the Invincible universe. He was supposedly the last of his kind, but later on we found out he's got a daughter, but that's neither here nor there. Basically, he likes to just murk everything. And he did it for so long, he got tired of it. And so his mission in life became, I want to end my life in battle with a worthy opponent. So he has spent his life searching for the opponent worthy enough to end his life. Eventually, that happened when he came into contact with Viltrumites. He dusted a couple Viltrumites, which got the attention of Grand Regent Thrag, who is like the Viltrumite of all Viltrumites, at least at that point. At that point, he was. And him and Battle Beast fought. And I will tell you, because I've seen that comic, Battle Beast was getting at Thrag. But that was only because they were fighting on a planet with these creatures that were formidable enough to hold them at bay. And these creatures ripped Thrag's intestines open. So Thrag. And Battle Beast said, you know what? I want this to be a fair fight. So he ripped his intestines out. And they fought like that. And he lost. So we know he's honorable, but he's vicious. If you get too close to me, I'll bite you. If you don't get too close to me, I'll run up and bite you. And his strength level, if he's able to go toe to toe with Viltrumites, I would say his class 100 range or lower.
All I know is my dog keep a grill on him.
Okay.
He ready for the smoke at the drop of a dime.
He's versed in pretty much most weapons, and he's more of a melee weapons kind of person. But I don't think he's above using a gun if he had to use a gun.
He gonna walk the dog on Mr. Hyde.
Okay. We know Hyde is 50, 60 ton range at best. He getting dog walk. What about the Wrecker? Now, before we say the Wrecker gets dog walk, do we know what the latest version of the Wrecker is capable of?
That's the one. He's still doing the crowbar thing. He doing something different.
Well, and this is purely coincidence, I promise. Ulick taught the Wrecker Asgardian magic. Now, couple that with the fact that he has been able to maintain that high strength level that he has when the powers of the entire Wrecking Crew are in him. So that means magic and at least class 90? Somewhere in that range. If you're tangling with Thor. So I think Doc can get past him. That being said, if he's got that sword that regenerates, Wrecker's done.
If he don't just take that damn crowbar from him. Oh, did we lose? Oh, okay.
Now, no, I'm good. Where you at? You good?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Then on to Ulick. Now, before we start high-fiving and saying Ulick's about to, well, let's talk about Ulick for a second, shall we? Ulick is the strongest of all rock trolls. On top of that, he has taken direct blows from Mjolnir, which is made of Uru. He's gone toe-to-toe with Thor on more than one occasion. So he is at least as tough as base Thor. So that means that's 100-ton range. So could Thor beat a Viltrumite? If Battle Beast
because all Viltrumites ain't on the same level. You just asked a general question.
That's right. But we know Viltrumites are somewhat in the range of, I'd say, Daxamites. That's a breed of Kryptonian.
See, when we say Thor is he got range attack and melee attack. He ain't got to just be up on you. And so if you are able to wield energy attacks, I'm not necessarily liking Battle Beast's chances against you. And then you on Thor's level of strength too. I ain't necessarily liking that. So I'm reluctant to put Thor in there. I probably use a Luke Cage or something like that. But if we just talking, see, Ulick got them braces on, and he all about that action. Like that's the one villain that I look at being like, oh boy, like he don't mind the smoke either. Battle Beast, like they gonna be fighting for a minute.
I just want to punch you. Like, and they done recently gave him an upgrade where he can wield, Asgardian magic too.
Yeah, and hold on, ain't Ulick? No, that's somebody else I was thinking about. But no, man, Ulick want to smoke. So I'm not necessarily thinking Battle Beast making it past Ulick.
Okay, so he can't. So let's go hypothetical. Let's say he beats Ulick, but he takes as good as he gave. Is he gonna be in any kind of condition to fool with Fin Fang Foom? Hey, that was alliteration.
He gotta pray Fin Fang Foom ain't finna try and make this thing physical. Because if he want to make it physical, it's a problem. But no, because you ain't in no man. Thor, don't nobody want to do nothing after they fight Ulick except go to sleep. I ain't never seen nobody fight Ulick talking about, yeah, man, let's go kick the bobo. Ah, bro, you need to go chill out.
So we done. We done.
Yeah, no, you don't. That's one dude. High ain't really putting it up like that. The record has a tendency to act stupid sometimes. But Ulick don't want to do nothing but throw hands. Yeah. And he's swinging with mean intent.
Because he ain't gonna. Yeah, because Ulick ain't gonna be no easy win if he do win. That ain't gonna be no easy win. And if he do win, like I said, I don't think he would be in no condition to fool with Fin Fang.
You like biting? Yeah. Ulick like biting.
Like Kamayo said, if he get past Ulick, Fin Fang Foom gonna eat him.
No. That's what I'm saying. Battle Beast like biting folks. Don't Ulick like biting folks? Like there's nothing you like doing that this dude don't like doing also.
Ulick is a troll, and trolls they got more than just Yeah, they to me, trolls are reminiscent of like the orcs from Warcraft. Have you ever seen the orcs from Warcraft with the big tusks? And man,
I'm a Final Fantasy Tactics
if you
player.
ain't never played Warcraft as an orc, you definitely should.
You heard me. I'm a Final Fantasy Tactics player. I still got my Sega Genesis. Not my Sega.
I play Final Fantasy Tactics too.
So yeah, we know.
It's turn based. That's turn based. Yeah, I like turn based.
I'm saying we know, and we was playing Warhammer when we was back in 1987. Been rolling dice, Phil.
Yeah. Well, I was more D&D, but yeah. And then Marvel had a superhero role playing game with modules that I got heavy off into. Let's change the pace up. Let's keep it with Marvel opposition. Let's keep it with Marvel opposition and and put a DC character in there. Let's do that.
We gonna put in a.
Forget it. We're gonna put Richard Grayson in there.
Who we fighting?
These guys.
Oh, where he started?
He started at Karnak.
Oh man, no, I don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I don't like that.
Why you don't like that?
Man, I know who Karnak is. Damn, what everybody else got going on. Richard not whooping him. Damn, all that other stuff. Like, I'm not finna gas nobody up. I'm not finna act like I ain't been reading comics since the 70s. No, Karnak gonna whoop his ass. He can still have the nicest ass in comics. He gonna get it whooped running up on Karnak.
Okay. Now, is there anybody in the Rock With Me Nation that is unfamiliar with the character Karnak?
Gonna whoop that dude ass.
Okay. I give you a little update on Karnak. Now, if we're saying, and I'm just for everybody that's like Karnak gonna beat his ass. All right, we're saying then Richard Grayson is not on a level with any of these other people either. Because if we're going to do a comparison, we got Daredevil in this gauntlet. We got Moon Knight in this gauntlet, who have both been beat up by the Black Panther. Now, T'Challa beat Karnak not once, but twice with one punch. Or rather, with one attack.
And I just want folks to get that might be confused. Karnak is Marvel's equivalent of Karate Kid. He gonna find it. He know your weak spot at. So you could be doing all that trapeze, running around, jumping and slinging and all that.
Knowing my weak spot and being able to hit it are two different things.
That ain't, listen, I like him to fold dick. Pause.
Okay. Now, what is Richard Grayson's fighting style?
You know, I think me and you had a conversation. Because I'm finna answer your question without answering your question, just being honest.
Okay.
I think me and you talked about who were the most deadliest Robins. We had Damien at number 1. And that was you I was talking to, right?
Damien? I said Damien was a deadlier Robin than Richard Grayson.
Fighting.
No. No.
When you all talking to? Yeah,
No, that was,
yeah,
Damien beat Richard.
most lethal, the one you wouldn't want to see in a 1v1 is Damien.
Okay. He might be he ain't even the most bloodthirsty, Robin.
That still ain't the one you want to see though.
He's pretty vicious. He's pretty bloodthirsty, but he ain't the bloodthirstiest. He's quicker to off somebody, but not quicker to off somebody than Jason.
Okay, so when I look at him, well, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that because that's taken away from this gauntlet. We're gonna stay with this gauntlet right here. Karnak versus Richard.
Okay. Because I've seen fights. I've seen Karnak in fights, and while Karnak is, I don't sleep on Karnak, trust me, but I don't sleep on Richard either.
I look at it
there's a lot more to him than people mention or talk about.
When we talk about,
I'm being honest, I feel like he could get the Mo nut.
Here's why I'm saying that. By and large, going conversations you had about scaling. By and large, when I look at Karnak's abilities, what he's capable of, writers don't write him like that. No different than they write Black Bolt. Black Bolt damn near always getting his ass whooped. Okay, is that really his power? Is that I get you writing him like that, but he should be more adept based on his power set than how y'all write him. That's why I think a lot of people were, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, that's why I think some people were impressed with Imperial. We were like, oh, you got Black Bolt doing this? Oh, okay, well let's see what this gonna look like, because he definitely gonna have to run the fade with somebody. So I don't think Karnak, I don't think Richard is beating Karate Kid. Yeah, to me, Karnak is that version.
But now, okay, but we talking about fighting styles, right? Mm-hmm. That's what this boiled down to, right?
Right, fighting styles, but in here it's kind of like with Gambit. Gambit has a fighting style, but part of his mutant ability is his agility. That's not something he can shut off. So when I'm looking,
how long is Karnak's ability something he can use instantly?
Yeah, you're not running up on.
Or does he have to observe his opponent first? That's his ability. He just find a weak.
You're asking me that question. Wow, he's no different than Karate Kid. Right. So Karate Kid has to observe your abilities before he can find, observe your weak spot. Then yeah, I'm saying Karnak can do, because I don't see any differences other than how writers are writing them. But when I look at their skill set, what their powers and abilities should be, Karnak should be written just like Karate Kid is written. And if he is, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I don't think Richard is beating him. Hey, buddy, you okay?
Okay. Ooh, it might not. Yeah, he might not. I don't think Karnak's primary power is extrasensory flaw finding. The ability to perceive stress points, weaknesses, and fracture planes in any object or person. This allows him to strike at the exact point needed to shatter seemingly invincible objects or incapacitate powerful beings. It is honed through intense training, which complements his martial arts skills. He is one of the most skilled hand-to-hand combatants in the Marvel Universe, able to exploit weaknesses with his strikes. And then an interesting side note. He also has complete control of his autonomic functions.
They ain't never wrote that dude like that, bro. I'm telling you, they don't. They don't write him like they supposed to.
Okay. This is the same cat. This is the same cat that T'Challa put out with an elbow. Slap him with an elbow. This is the same cat T'Challa slapped with a knee. Yeah, they don't write him right then.
All I'm saying is
because he should have been able to break T'Challa's knee. He should have been able to break T'Challa's elbow. Should nobody be able to beat that cat?
Here you go. Me and you made some great statements when you talk about scaling. Matt Murdock ain't putting hands on T'Challa. Give a damn about all that other stuff. Matt Murdock, folks can write him the way they want to. But Matt Murdock ain't superhuman. He has superhuman senses. But T'Challa has superhuman strength. We get how they've written him. And that's why I said, like, when you do those videos on scaling and everything like that.
Again, Matt Murdock depicted using a 400-pound barbell like a bow staff. How strong do you have to be to use a 400-pound barbell like a bow staff? Matt Murdock has been depicted moving a 7,000-pound limo. Power scaling is completely and totally effed up in the Marvel universe. They don't know what the hell they doing.
Which is why I don't get in those conversations. To your point, I don't get in power. You as the reader, if you care about what the character is capable of, you're gonna read it. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna know it. You know when you read a story, you know when it's bullshit and you know when it's not. You made a great and excellent point. Peter, really? He beat Fire Lord? Really? No, he didn't.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the symbiote was powering him. It was the symbiote that did it.
You know, it was one of those things.
Was he still wearing a symbiote uniform at that point, or was it just a basic black uniform?
You know what? I know he did fight him in the symbiote uniform one time. I think
he fought Fire Lord in the symbiote uniform. I thought he figured out that symbiote was alive in like 250 something, and Reed Richards got it off of him with sonic energy. He went home with a paper bag on his head.
which by the way, if I can say this, Hasbro, nobody asked for that, okay? Nobody asked. You know what that is? That is as simple as including the trash bag in as either an alternate head sculpt or something that somebody could put to actually make that into an action figure.
Hey, maybe there's somebody like me and they like reenacting comic book scenes and stuff like that. Oh, well, Kamoyo pointed out that Karnak can press 1 ton. Okay. Well, if
the only time I've seen Karnak,
so the only way you would be able to beat Karnak would be to surprise him.
Yeah, shit. You better hope you can do that.
That's the only way you're gonna be able to beat him.
The way they wrote him in Avengers Assemble, that cartoon, you don't want to see Karnak. You was running from him.
And that's what I'm saying. That's so that's the only way you're gonna have to sneak him. You're gonna have to sneak him. So why does he never get played that way? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's, you know what? Yeah. Damn this gauntlet. How about this? How come writers don't stick to the parameters of how a character should be depicted?
They insert themselves into the story. Like you and I, we've talked about it, and I just point this one because I had to convince Mr. Smith it wasn't the character's fault. Tosin. Okay, what's Tulsa's alias? The Wakandan. Who? Okay, so that's how you feel. So you can insert yourself into this story. That's what, and mind you, how nerf was T'Challa in that run. So you get writers who, I want to tell a story that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the character. You know, folks, which is crazy, folks can say, make an observation, and everybody be on the same page with that specific writer. But we literally have a writer on record saying they love the fact they can write a BP story without putting the main character in it. That's your job as a writer on any story, is to develop and uplift the protagonist and the antagonist. That's when you got a great story. When folks care about the protagonist and despise the antagonist, because you got to care about the antagonist to despise them. You don't like them. You got writers, when they wrote the Inhumans, Lockjaw is cute. Medusa and Black Bolt, that's a couple. Trenton, okay, there's the factor that he breathes underwater. You know, there's that factor. But when we talk about Karnak, whether we want to, you know, admit it or not, when it comes to our martial arts characters, there's a little bit of stigma involved. And if we think there isn't, all we need to look at is who they chose to portray Karnak on the live action show. Did Karnak ever come across you like he was Asian?
Nah, I didn't really. I thought he was just an Inhuman.
Right. That's how he's been written. Like he's an Inhuman. But the live
with a big ass
head.
With a big ass head.
Yeah.
Pause.
But live action, he was portrayed by an Asian American, I'm assuming. I think he's Asian American. So when you get to that, how much do I want to focus on that culture as a writer without it being Americanized? I don't think they care about Karnak like that. That's why I think he get misrepresented. But hell, all of them do. All of them do. Like that's the whole. All of them do by and large.
It's the Inhumans' existence. I mean, Karnak had a limited series,
and you would have to write the next.
And I don't own it. So the question becomes, why was I not even interested enough to pick the damn book up?
That's a fair question.
Because of the way he has been depicted in comics. He does not behave the way, just like what I just read you about Karnak. He should be whooping everybody's ass he comes across. I saw a comic book where he hit Hulk dead center. The Inhumans was fighting the Hulk. He hit the Hulk dead center. So you telling me the Incredible Hulk has no weak point on his body?
Like I said,
is that what you telling me? I can't hit Hulk nowhere and hurt him. Thor done did it,
bro.
Namor done did it. A bunch of people done hit Hulk and hurt him. How come this man can't find a pressure point? He got too many muscles.
All I know is when I watched that Avengers not Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but when I watch Avengers Assemble, them episodes with the Inhumans on them, Karnak is a whole ass problem. And I'm like, yeah, that's what like they scared, like, oh shit.
And he should be. But you know what? When we look at this right here, we automatically think that's Batman's partner.
It can be.
And what are we what's constantly drummed into our head about Batman? Oh, he mastered 127 martial arts. Okay, first of all, that's impossible. Second of all, that's impossible. But we accept it and say that's a part of that character, even though, and it's comic books, and we're supposed to. So, and again, another question.
I'm thinking about this.
When does science fiction stop being science fiction and become science fact? And is it interchangeable? Is it immutable? Because we do a bunch of both. And we put it all together. And that's why you always got somebody trying to redefine the continuity. That's why Marvel and DC have so many damn continuity altering stories. Because that writers don't care to pay attention to each other, and things become incongruent. And then if we look at it after a couple years and go, this universe is effed up. We need to just trash it all and start over from scratch. Heroes Reborn, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Convergence. It's been done a billion trillion times. So the question becomes, do we trust what these writers write, or do we just get a basic framework of what it should be and go from there? Because that's basically what the writers are doing.
So when I read a story, right, I know I go in, if it's an older character, I go into the story knowing what the character can do. But I don't necessarily go into it with the expectation that the writer is going to nail it, get it right. I've seen too many of them get it wrong. And so when a writer does get it right, I'm like, oh, okay, you got that. You did that. Now, in the grand scheme of things, if they've tinkered with the power scaling, as you put it, but the story is still good, I'll allow it. But it doesn't alter my expectations of that character's powers, if that makes sense. Like, I'm like, okay, for this particular story right here, you jumped off the cliff. Okay, cool. And you jumped over the shark. All right, cool. But when we write later on, we're gonna get back to what we're supposed to be doing. So,
because I forget which Legion comic it was. Karate Kid chopped a huge chunk out of a mountain. A chunk that would be impossible. And last time I checked, Val Armor ain't superhuman.
Watch this. I like this one. They taking on the Chain Master. I think this is his name. They on Grimboard. This is right before he died. Nemesis kid then already got Buddy on life support. Yeah. Buddy, after getting drugged, it's a big old chain around the planet. He didn't found the weak link. Buddy with his Legion flight ring go up. It's a whole bunch of other Legionnaires around here. Whole bunch of them got superhuman strength. He don't. He know where that weak link at though. And Buddy hit it and broke a chain that was around the planet. This wasn't no small ass chain link either. He broke it. He sacrificed himself in the process, but so I'm with you.
So now let's revisit this gauntlet. All right. Bearing in mind what we know to be true, this gauntlet is over before it even starts. If we're going by the capabilities of each of these characters,
that's what I've been doing.
Maybe Daredevil should be where Karnak is, and Karnak should be where Daredevil is.
Might want to put him there. This either him or Night Thrasher. I know who it ain't.
Now, And I am 100% with you, Theo. When you said what you said, I'm like, damn, I done seen Karnak do some bomb shit, and we looked at it like, that's just Karnak. That's little Karnak, you know, because he is like height wise, he like 5'3", 5'4", something like that. He a little fella, you know what I'm saying? And
that's the judo master from Peacemaker on Ultimate Demon Time, on Absolute Demon Time. That's who Karnak is. You don't want that. You don't want that. I know how folks write it, but I'm not go. I see how you write it, but I am not locking into that. I'm just like, okay. Because imagine if he'd have showed up in Imperial.
And for the record, I do not agree with Thanos taking a Black Bolt screen point blank range. I don't give a damn what you heard. Thanos, no, not one, but twice. He hit him twice, point blank range, and he just like, you blew my clothes off of me, but I'm still standing here with my hand around your neck.
The dude, see, this be the thing. Black Bolt can fly. So
yeah,
Black Bolt ain't ever got to let you put hands on him, whether he's screaming or using the pitchfork to generate his power. You putting your hands on Black Bolt, that's a blessing. When they had Hulk, World Breaker Hulk, and he ran up on Black Bolt, I'm like, he ain't got to let you run up on him. Like, I get it, you World Breaker Hulk, but you don't fly, you jump.
That ain't the first time they nerfed Black Bolt to give the Hulk shine. They nerfed the Inhumans completely to give the Hulk shine. I mean, granted, yeah, the Hulk could take out the Inhumans given time, but he ain't just going dog walk Black Bolt. And Karnak should be able to do something to him. Now I can see you beating Medusa. I can see you beating Triton. I can even see you beating Gorgon. But yeah, you should have a time with Karnak and Blackagar Boltagon. You know, something. These will be in the comments, you know, kind of caping for the Inhumans. And I agree. I like the Inhuman. Writer Paul Jenkins went out of his way to not have him speak. He understood how OP his voice is. Shoot, Black Bolt destroyed his own kingdom with his voice. Twice.
Like, you know what? I think that's something that more readers need to do. Like, the writers can write the stories and everything, but you know the character. That's one of the reasons why, you know, me and you do what we do and everything, because we're not necessarily sure the writers assigned to Black Panther know Black Panther like we do. I like to think so, but that ain't no given. So we do the reviews to get some help reminder. Hey, he can do this, he can do that. Because we're not going to lock in just because you write the character a certain way. That's what the character could do. No. Black Bolt been getting his head handed to him, but Black Bolt should not be getting his head handed to him. Like, that ain't what that is. You can write it like that. That don't mean because I buy the comic book, because I like the story, does not necessarily mean I like the character representation. I'm going to call it for what it is. So, yeah, I don't think, no, they've never written, they don't give Karnak his props. They don't give Black Bolt his props. I don't know.
And we've been saying for the longest time, and I did it in a video, we've been saying for the longest time, Black Panther max strength 750, 800 pounds. But he tackled a 4,000 and a 10,000 pound rhino, broke its neck. You can't break a rhino's neck if you only live for 700 pounds.
The problem with T'Challa is they want T'Challa to be the African version of Steve Rogers. They didn't get their abilities the same way. Also, T'Challa is connected to a spiritual deity. Steve is not. So T'Challa and Steve are not on the same playing field physically, but that's what they want. They want T'Challa to be the black version of Steve. Everything that Steve is to America, T'Challa is to Wakanda. It's not that. It's not. T'Challa's power set, his connection to Baz, should explain all that other stuff that he's capable of doing. Thus, that nonsense that was written for 15 issues. Steve hitting T'Challa and T'Challa like, what's wrong? What you got? What's wrong with you?
I knew somebody was gonna bring it up.
What's that?
The infamous T'Challa versus the Silver Surfer armbar.
I didn't understand that.
I didn't either. I didn't either. I didn't understand it either. How, Sway? I love T'Challa, but how, Sway? How?
It's that power scale. And that's the thing about being fair. That's the thing about being accurate. We can love T'Challa. That can be our favorite hero. But we got to be able to call it for what it is when it is what it is. Rightfully so, wrongfully so. We got to be consistent.
Because, see, I don't think that's what Ayodele understood. It's just, I'm just going to keep making her powerful and more powerful and more powerful and more powerful. Now she's going to be the most powerful being of all the powerful beings that have power. No, we didn't want that. We just didn't want her to be no damn doormat. She was already formidable by herself. She was already formidable before the upgrades.
I mean, if she's already called the goddess, right? Which she was. And she's
already
Omega
class.
Omega level.
Class. What else do we need?
And you add to that, low key, she's supposed to be a sorceress her damn self.
Why she ain't the Sorceress Supreme?
Like, I don't. The thing is like her character development, her character, like she has everything right there as character traits to be the most, where we ain't got to do anything with her power set. Her power set is what her power set is. She terraformed the whole damn planet.
Yeah, I mean her power set lends itself to that well.
She is
so she would be able to more easily terraform than say, oh, Avalanche.
Yeah, she is considered a global ending threat. I don't know what else we need to do, because if Bobby is a global threat, Eric is a global threat, and they've already said Aurora is a global ending threat. That's before she get to know eternity and all that other good stuff. Like, but we know the character.
Well,
and when you know the character, and this is what I love most about what you, I, and Mr. Smith are doing. When you know these characters, you ain't got a lot of kicking. The only thing that I'm asking for is that when we put these stories out here, because it's one thing to say we want these characters to be portrayed a certain type of way. We want these characters to be respected. Well, when folks start putting it out there, had the characters represented the way they should be, rock with it, share that, put that thing out there, let folks know, no, this is what this character capable of doing. That's what that is. Because we're gonna do that. If you've been saying they supposed to have it, and we know they supposed to have it, these videos we've been dropping, you finna get them. By the way,
now see here's some. I like the comment these things are making. He said he said Dwayne McDuffie was fanboying a bit there, with regard to the armbar, the Silver Surfer armbar.
I want to tell you something. It's easy to do it that way.
What you want to tell me, Don?
It's easy to do it that way. Drop a picture a day.
Do what?
Drop one picture a day to tell your story. You're not overcooking the grits like that. You just drop one pic a day And then at the end of the 31 day period, put all them pictures together. And now you got one video. But you ain't stressing yourself to put out one complete story at one time.
What are we talking about in regards to what?
The Lilith story.
It's already done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already. Only thing I was waiting on, I want to know what order it will come in, because mine's is, I'll put it like this. There's some dealings at the end that could open the door to something else, but I didn't explore that.
Well, if you tell us what, not us.
If it's 1, 2, 3, or is it just 3 stories about?
I think we need. I think
three different Elseworlds, three different Elseworlds, 3 different what ifs about the same character.
Me, you, and Mr. Smith gonna have to chop it up to see how we're gonna do that.
Ding ding. Absolutely, I agree.
So I would say Sunday, I'm gonna try and link up with you and Mr. Smith.
Sunday, I'm free.
Yeah, I don't see him on the live and everything like that. Yeah. You know, make sure I catch him after Shadur to do his thing on Sunday. Before we go, I want to get your take on this right here, because we had 12-16.
Kenyon Martin and Draymond Green.
Kenyon say he's a you know, not really a tough guy. He's more or less a, you know, now I don't want to say deliberate, because that's not the word that I'm looking for. But like, he, in essence, he know who to do it with and who not to do it with.
Right.
The King, like, huh?
No, I said, but he doing it with because of what he doing, he drawing a lot of unnecessary.
Yeah. and they beefing right now because King is like, he ain't the dude that y'all think he is. Like, King would swing on anybody. Charles would swing on anybody, both of them, Oakley and Barkley. Big folks, like not small folks, not folks you think. No, we know Charles didn't swing on Shaq. Do you think? I don't necessarily know Draymond Green swinging on Shaq.
Draymond Green ain't swinging on no Shaq.
You see what I'm saying? It's levels to this. And then they had the conversation. Draymond Green is like, what do dudes that, because he's talking about Gilbert Arenas, what do 2 dudes that never won a championship know? And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, because Gilbert Arenas did make a point. He said, just because you won a championship don't make you a great basketball player. We got Charles Barkley.
That is true.
So
at least I think it is, because if that's the case, Robert Horry is the greatest NBA player in the world. Or one of the greatest.
Even the NBA don't say that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Charles is up there. Patrick Ewing is up there. Clyde Drexler is up. There are players up there that didn't win rings in the eye test. We know you don't want to see that dude on the basketball court. He finna give it to you. You finna get these rebounds. You finna get these elbows. You finna get this pump fake. You finna get this work. Draymond Green ain't putting nobody in the blender.
Draymond Green play in a different era. A way different era. Draymond Green can get away with stuff he wouldn't never got away with when the likes of Kenyon Martin was playing.
And ain't no shame in his game. Draymond has done what he's done and everything like that. He's made a hell of a career out of it. But there's something to be said. Here we go. He hit a dude at practice that first you stole it. Bigger than the dude was stolen. And Draymond can say whatever, you apologize and everything like that, but no, you hurt that man. Not physically. You hurt that man. That was a cowardly move, because you're not swinging on nobody big. And Draymond has never swung on somebody his height or bigger that I've seen. You always doing something to the dude that ain't gonna retaliate. Or even if he did retaliate, it ain't gonna matter. You and I
Long
seen
story
that.
short, it's a difference between a goon and a bully.
Thank you. Yeah, that part. that part right there. That part right there.
And we know who's which.
Yeah.
We know who's which.
Yeah.
Line. So I wish he would. That's what I wish he would. I'd love to see that.
man, that dude, that man. All right. And then everybody ain't like that because some folks come looking for you after the game over with. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony. The dude had one time. Hey.
That's my point. You be careful about what you say to these reporters and what you say on social media because you might have to account for it in living color.
Right. And if Draymond Green is, that's the ego thing to me. Bruh, you saw these cats play. You know what they did. You know who they did it to. You know what you've done. And you know who you've done it to. If the comparison is fair, it's fair. If there's no comparison, and there isn't any, y'all shouldn't be beefing.
Want to keep attention on them.
Big dog, what you got going on this weekend? So we've been in here. It's after 12, almost 12:30. What you got going on this weekend?
Oh, yeah. I am looking to if everything work. I want to put that little video out there. ASAP. I have been called and I've been told that I have books in my pull box. So I will have to swing by my LCS and see what I got. Hopefully one of them is the latest Battle Beast because I am anxious to give y'all that story. But I think Battle Beast won't be in there till like Wednesday. But yeah, reviews. I got a couple action figure videos I want to do based on comics. Okay. And I'm thinking like an Avengers story or a Justice League story that, that'll take folks back and be like, I remember that book. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Avengers Defenders War.
Okay. That's what's up. Up.
Yeah. And maybe I might take your advice and do that. A couple frames at a time. Yeah. You got me thinking. Yeah. Aurora ain't Goku. What they saying in the comments? Aurora ain't Goku. Because Iron Deli was trying hard to make her Goku.
I mean, I'm just, sometimes the story can be the story and you ain't got, because I'm like this. That's all fine, well, and dandy if it's gonna stick. And that's my thing. Like, if it's gonna stick after his run ends, that's cool. But if she's not going to be that person after you leave, okay, so what was it all for?
The next artist writer getting ready to dismantle all that issue.
And to me, that's expected, but it would be shameful because I'm like, you should want to elevate the character and everything like that. So if it's not maintained, what's it all
elevate, for? Not shoot her into the outer space. We can elevate her, but dang, why she got to be like that?
I think with
Storm was already a problem for anybody that ran up on her. They just wanted to make her super OP.
Here's what I like. Moving her away from the X-Men, right? ATL, right. That's Chocolate City. Well, DC is Chocolate City, but you get what I'm saying. So we got Hotlanta. That was great. Bringing in the other mutants of color, the other characters of color, Jericho Drum, like that was absolutely wonderful. And we could have did something with her being in Atlanta, having her starting her own rogues gallery of villains, right? Being a home, she's got the sanctuary, that damn thing floating above Atlanta, being the home for, or being a hangout spot for other characters of color to come kick the bobo. Like, nobody that, because, and I'm saying this, that's crazy. We didn't necessarily have that big of an issue with him elevating her to that status, but there were quite a few people that didn't look like us that had an issue with that. They're, oh, you're doing too much, you're doing this, doing that, and everything like that. And he ate. He ate. I saw him eat. And so I'm like, missed opportunities, if you will, especially when I saw what he did when he was on his own. I keep looking at that. But anyway, another video tomorrow. Pick from mine, just one page.
Well, definitely some kind of Chadwick Boseman thing.
Absolutely, that's dropping tomorrow. Also, we will be hitting with New Warriors issue 2. Folks happen to like the way I'm doing the videos in regards to that and everything like that. So I'm gonna keep throwing those types of videos out there, just giving people the meat, potatoes of it and everything. So I want to complete this Green Lantern series, Darkest Night. So I'm probably gonna drop that too. Those videos don't take long.
Okay. And that's the whole game. We trying to keep them short. Yeah. Okay, last comment. That say, remember Hercules and Chaos War event. Fun story, but he was performing crazy feats like resurrecting Galactus and everything. Yeah. So in long story short, I'm gonna have to keep informing people and getting in here and telling folks about power scaling and these writers doing their thing. But I don't want to keep it.
David Pepos is doing the damn thing. I did it.
Oh, my guy Dave? Yeah. I need to
Racer X. Blue Falcon. Well, you not, man. All right now.
Okay. Well, that's a couple other people, but yes, Mad Cave and Dynamite Studios are putting out some quality content. If y'all want something different that's out of the way, it ain't a universe altering event. Go check out some of that. So Generation X there. Generation X will appreciate the content at Mad Cave and Dynamite. Y'all really would. Go and check it out. It's totally worth it. Your childhood will return to you and say thank you. All right. Now, that is it for now. That is Theo over there. I'm D-Real. This was Friday Vibin', and I appreciate the Rock With Me Nation rocking with us. We will see y'all next Friday. Until then, y'all be good. Be good to each other. Your man's is sideways.